Keep the chest lifted, keep the palms folded. Head to your heart. Rest your hands to your legs and then opening your eyes. Raise your head up and then stretch your legs forward. So we're going to briefly do the stretches that we did last week. Stretching the leg up to the ceiling, taking the legs wide and then bringing them into Baddha Konasana. Just a really simple little routine that helps to get the hips moving. So stretch your legs straight up to the ceiling. Spread the soles of the feet, stretch your legs up. Connect your legs down to the floor. Connect the leg muscles into the hip sockets. Connect down to the floor. Outer leg into the hip. Join the feet. Connect the legs down, the outer legs down towards the floor. Connect into the hip. And then when you lie down, if your head tips back, especially if you've got a blanket, you can put it underneath the back of it. And then from there, slide your legs out to the side. As wide as the belt will let you, and let your legs let you. Stretch the inner thigh all the way to the inner heels. Try and take the legs a bit wider if you can. That's it, keep going as wide as you can. But at the same time, connect the outer leg back into the hips. So pull the belt to connect the outer leg back into the hips. And then raise your legs back up again. Bring your hands together, bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet together and take your knees wide. Baddha Konasana in there. Stretch the inner thighs out to the knees. And if you can, hold your feet, draw your feet towards you. So knees out to the side and feet towards you. Be careful that you're not disturbing the ankles, so check that your inner heels are still pressing into each other and are long. Make sure you're not pushing the outer ankle out. Grip the outer ankle in. So be careful, those of you who are holding the belt, you've got to be careful that the belt is round the ankle part of the foot and not just pulling the toes, otherwise it's possible that you will distort the feet. Exhale, stretch the legs back up to the ceiling. Reach your legs wide. So we can add this to our arriving early at class little routines. If you've got stiffness in the hips, but also it's great for the back. You feel how your back is sort of broad and really supported. Exhale. And again. Bring the legs back up. Baddha Konasana. Make sure you're not distorting the feet. Hold near the belt near the ankles, or hold the ankles, draw the shins towards you. Stretch the knees away from you. Be careful, you're still tending to distort the feet. Can you see how much pressure you're putting on the outer ankle? That's it. Yeah, because your knees are in such a angle. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But just try and keep the inner heel long, because otherwise you're overstretching the outside of the ankle. Maybe bring the feet lower down. That's it, lower down. That's better. Now the angle is different. Now keep moving the outer ankle. Oh, look what's there. There you go. What are you doing? There you go. That's what we're trying to work out what was happening. That's it. Let me check that everyone else is doing the same. That's it. There you go. It's just the angle. And then stretch the legs back up to the ceiling and bend your knees into your chest. Rest your feet to the floor. Now, Supta Padangusthasana 1. Hold the belt with the right hand, place it around the right foot, bend the knee. So you're kind of bending the knee in a holding type position, and the left arm is out to the side. So right hand's holding the leg and the knee's sort of out to the side. Stretch the left leg along the mat. So you're in a kind of half Baddha Konasana position, and then keeping the angle of the thigh, stretch the right leg out to the side. That's it. And then bring the leg, bend the knee to bring the leg back. And again. So if it's tricky, you can, if you're stiff in the hips, you can keep the left leg bent. If there's more stability, more mobility, straighten the left leg, that's it. And then you just stretch the right leg to the side. And then again, bend the knee to bring the leg back up, back in. And again, one more time, stretch the leg out to the side. Stretching into the inside of the heel, that's it. And then bend the leg, and then place the foot down, and change legs. So bend the knee in a kind of holding position. Left arm out to the left, right arm out to the right. And then stretch that left leg out to the left. Push the foot into the belt, but connect the outer leg to the hip. And then bend the knee. And again, out to the side. Push the ball of the big toe side of the foot into the belt. Draw the outer edge of the foot back to the hip. And bend the leg. And then release the belt and straighten your legs. And then roll over to your side and sit on your feet and stretch forward. Adho Mukha, Virasana, kneeling forward bend. Same thing again, but this time just consciously feeling how this part of the body is broadening out to the side as we fold forwards from this point. We're not folding forwards from up here, we're folding from here. So bring your hands to the leg, slide your hands from your leg to the top of the leg, which is still on the horizontal plane before you come up to the pelvis. So it's that join between the leg and the pelvis. So then broaden the thumbs out to the side and press back, and then lengthen your waist forward. And then stretch your arms. So we're folding from the hips. belt taut, and stretch out. Open up your armpits, draw your shoulder muscles down. Exhale, bring the arms down. And again, raise the arms up. Try and keep your weight even on both legs, so check that the feet are parallel, that your weight is even on both legs, so you can lift up out of each hip evenly. Keep the shoulder muscles away from your ears, but lift up those armpits. And down. Then step your feet apart, still have your belt. Take your legs as wide as you did when you had the belt. And now press the outer edge of the feet down and connect into the hips. And turn the left foot in, turn the right foot out, face the windows. So turn the left foot in and the right foot out. So most of you have turned the right foot out, but the left foot does need to turn in to bring that left hip forwards. So turn your leg, turn your foot, Maria, the back foot needs to turn in. That's it. And now straighten the back leg. How's that for your ankle and knees, okay? And now stretch up to the ceiling. Keep both legs strong and reach up. Lift up the front of the pelvis. So you're lifting up out of the hips, lifting your waist. And then bring your belt behind you. And now where we were, in fact, no, bring it to here. So place it at the top of your legs. And now hook it to the hips. And now hinge forward just to halfway over that point. And then come up. And now notice, is the right hand more forwards than the left? So use the belt to bring that right hip back. Yes, exactly. A bit more, there goes, right hip back. And then come forwards to halfway, chest forwards. Inhale, come up, sweep the arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, arms down, turn to the front. Other side, so turn your right foot in, turn your left leg out, and you can lift that back foot up, not a problem, and turn the foot, but do turn the back foot. Turn the foot. I'm going to stay here just so that the recording people can see what we were doing. So stretch your arms up to the ceiling, but keep turning your chest to face the mirror side. Dig that right gluteal crease in so your pelvis is upright and not tipping forward. Arms down and place your hands to the top of the hips. So the belt is drawing the outer hips back, especially on that left side. So with your left hand, draw that left hip back. Lift your chest up, so you're lifting your pelvic abdomen womb space above the belt. And it keeps going forwards, 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 chest forward, womb space forwards. And come up. And again, so back heel down, draw the left hip back. And come forwards, 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 forwards. Keep drawing the left hip back. Womb space forward, chest forward. Good. Keep the legs stable, front ankle. Inhale, come up. And stretch your arms up to the ceiling. Lift the abdomen and the chest. Exhale, arms down. And then turn to face the front. And then step your legs together. So take a foam pad. Keep your blanket, your belt. We're going to do the same thing again. This time you're going to have the back heel up on the block. And we'll see if that's going to help you with the turning of this back leg. And the moving in of the back gluteal crease, this bit. Because if this bit doesn't move in, the pelvis comes forward. So this has to press in and this lift up. And it stays active as we come forward. We don't just drop the pelvis. So turn your left foot, so face the front, face this way. take your feet wide, so your foot is in front of the block. I mean, ideally the block will be at the wall, but for easy sake, we'll just do it like this. Turn the left foot in, the right leg out, and lift that left heel up. Place it onto the block. Just the heel, not the arch of the foot. So some of you have not got the heel down. Try and get the heel down. And then turn your body. Place the belt around the hips at the front, and get your measure. So the hips are much more even because you've turned the back foot well. However, don't overturn it because then you can't straighten the back leg. So you've got to keep the back leg straight as well as turning the hips. So bring the hands a bit low, draw the right hip back. And now keep that hip back and then take your arms to the ceiling with the belt and stretch up. Lift up out of the hips. And then bring your arms down and carefully turn to the front. So Louise, you could probably go longer. Felicity, go a tiny bit closer. It's a lovely extension, but it just means you'll get more stability other side. So move your block across. So legs wide. On your hips and turn the right foot in, left leg out, and lift that heel up, place it onto the block, and then turn. And then use your belt as a kind of a measure, but also as a encourager to draw that left hip back. So pull with the left hand to this. You've got your pelvis more level now. Draw the left hip back. Stamp the front big toe. Good. Just press that heel down, straighten the back leg, and now stretch your arms up to the ceiling and lift your body up. So straighten the back leg, move the back gluteal crease in and lift up out of your hips. And breathe. See, I think you've overturned the back foot a bit and you're still not quite long enough. Yeah, go longer. Yes. And the outer edge of the foot goes down. There you go. So now it's more revert. It's harder. It's getting more length. And then bring your arms down, and then turn your feet to face forward, step your legs together. Then take your belt and make one loop. If you're, I think everyone probably needs 2 bricks. Obviously those at home, if you don't need them, then that's fine, you don't need to use them. But otherwise have your 2 foam pads or 2 cork bricks in front of you. So we're going for Prasarita Padal Konasana. And you're taking your feet as wide as the belt will allow. Now it's a little bit narrow actually. It would be better if it was 2 belts, but at least you can get a feel for it. So this is what we were doing lying down, but standing up. And instead of having the heels in and the toes out, take the heels out, so that the heels are kind of pushing against the belt. And just shift the buckle so it's not on the skin. Take the belt as wide as the belt will allow, maximum, until it's almost about to come through. Even wider. Take it as wide as the belt will allow. Unless obviously your legs don't go that wide. Oh! Now cut the outer edge of the feet down. And suck the muscles, especially the inner thighs, up. And then we're coming forwards to concave back. But what I want you to feel is how much the legs are supporting you in the forward bend. It's not just kind of the back that's working, it's the legs that enable the body to come to the flat back. So if you're stiff, you're going to be using the blocks, but I don't need them, so I've got my hands on the floor. But get that womb space still coming forward. Chest forward, shoulder blades in, hips back. Lift the inner leg up by cutting the outer edges of the feet down. And then exhale, bring your hands back on top of that belt. Press down into the belt, bend your elbows and bring your trunk down. Exhale. Inhale, straighten the arms, chest forward. Exhale, second attempt. Flatten the hands, go down. If that's too strong for you, use the chair or stay in the concave back stage. So for the hip, it might be better not to do the forward bend. You may need to be with the chair. So yes, you're getting the length, but not the kind of the compression. Use your feet, use your legs. Straighten the arms, stretch your chest forwards. Now use your legs. Can I see those buttocks firming, the outer hips in, coccyx into the body? And then use your legs to bring you up. So brace the feet to the belt and use your legs to bring you all the way up. Bring your hands to your hips and then lift the front of the pelvis, lift your armpits, roll your shoulders back, lift your chest up, but don't throw the head back. Lift the chest and then come to neutral, walk your feet in and step your legs together. Then place your blocks like this on your mat. Have your head on the floor, with your shoulders on the blocks. And lift up. So you're lengthening, you're lifting buttocks up and rolling your shoulders either side of the blocks. And then when you come down, you're lengthening your spine down. So do it in your own timings. Feet parallel, thighs parallel. Hold the sides of the mat with your hands. And lift up. Lift your buttocks up. Head on the floor. Shoulders on the blocks. Buttocks up. Exhale. Lengthen your back down. So you're lengthening your spine as you come down. So try not to come down with the buttocks heavy. Come down with your waist, then the buttocks. Second attempt, third attempt. Shoulders either side of those blocks. Try and have your head in the center. Felicity, that's it. You use the walls and the ceiling to help you position yourself. Roll the thighs in. Get the lift in the buttocks. Press the shoulders down either side of the blocks. Feet parallel, so thighs parallel. And then when you come down with your shoulders, then your waist, then your buttocks. That's it, good. And once more, lifting up. Walk your feet closer to you. And now go onto your tiptoes. And lift up. Feel that strength in the buttocks. Lift the buttocks as high as you can. And press the shoulders down as low as you can. And see how the sides of the chest are going tall, tall and taller. Thighs parallel there, Louise. Thighs parallel. And then exhale, lengthen your back. And come down. Waist, then buttocks. And then slide. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, so slide off until you catch your 7th cervical vertebra on the blocks. So your shoulders might not reach the floor, but just catch. Slide off a bit and get that digging of the block into that base of the neck area. So you're coiling your shoulders around the edge of the block. And it's giving an openness to the chest. And then slide back all the way till your bum is on the blocks. And then slide all the way off till you're on the ground. And then roll to your side and come up. Okay, so now what I was doing. You don't know what the 7th cervical is, and there was no space because you were near the wall. Am I correct?
Yes.
Good. So it's important to recognise that one's experience, and then try again. So that's why I thought, okay, we'll come up and you can have a look. So we're going for 2 blocks now, which will accentuate what I was talking about. And then I want you to notice, where is your 7th cervical? Now, most of us have a little bit of a fleshy bump in that 7th cervical. It's the bit that kind of slightly sticks out and makes the neck come forward. Yeah, so partner with somebody next to you and just see if you can spot each other's 7th cervical. You have to get up, walk towards each other, and then have a look. Let's see them standing sideways, and then have a look at where their chest is and their upper back.
I don't know if that's it. It's like something else.
And we do it by working with the shoulders. Yeah, so this then moves in and this lifts up. So did you do work with each other? We found it. Yeah, we found it.
We found something. We think that's it.
So just for example, if you look across, it's always helpful to see side on. So you look at side on, and it's normally this area, and hers is not really sticking out at you, which is good. It's much more in. But what we want to do is lift the side body, roll the shoulders back, and then that area moves in, and this area lifts up. Lift this area, with this area to swing. That's the balance that we want to create. Because what often happens is this part of the chest is more sunken, just sort of subtly sunken down, and this area starts to climb up and thicken this bit. So we want to do this action. So the side body's lifting, the shoulders are rolling back, and then that area starts to move in, and that's where it's really nice to curve over something. So maybe we'll have a little edge there. So your head is on the edge, and then you slide off a bit and catch that bit on the edge there, and it just sort of digs in. Can you see how it's digging in? And then I roll the shoulders this way. And it like digs forward, and then this area just feels free and open. But can you see I'm not arching my lower back? It's all happening in that really quite high up in the neck region. So now that you've seen, try and do that. Keep your knees bent as you go into it, and catch that 7th cervical on the edge, and curve off the back of the blocks. Yeah, so what's happening for you, because it's actually too high up, I think maybe go for just one layer of block, because it's ending up that you can't access that bit with your head on the floor. So some of you may find you can't get the head on the floor and that bit on, so maybe go for the same as Felicity. Just go for one block. And that's it. Now curve the shoulders, go over a bit more, slide off a bit more, and curve the shoulders over that block, but keep the sides of the neck really long, so that there shouldn't be a shortening in the neck. It should be a moving in of the 7th cervical. That's it. So you could almost slide off a tiny bit more. Keep your knees bent there, Trina, and keep working the shoulders and adjusting the arm position and sliding off. You see how it's all catching and shortening the back of your neck. You need to slide off much more. So I think you're okay for using one block as well. Slide back and just use the one block. It's pretty good. Maybe slide off a tiny bit more. Slide off a tiny bit more. Yeah. lower down, and then adjust the shoulders to get that maximum openness, but keep the sides of the neck long. How's that feeling for you? Pretty good. Yeah. Use the arms as a lever to open up the chest. Use your shoulders. Use your arms. Come on, Maria, what's happening in those shoulders? They're pointing to the ceiling. Use your arms. Adjust the position. See, now it's automatically so much better for you. That's it. You really let me move you, but now you're there in the right spot. Amazing. Beat it. Why are you pushing your neck like that? And then carefully, shoulders towards the floor. Keep moving the arms this way, otherwise it ends up in the back of the neck. Keep rolling this way. Do you see what I mean? And slide off a tiny bit more. Because otherwise it... Okay. Otherwise it didn't look comfortable. Yeah. You can do it the other way around. Slide off a bit more. That way. That's it. And get the shoulders moving. Because remember, the arms affect the shoulders and then the neck. And then, well, stay there if you've only just arrived, but otherwise, carefully come down. So you slide back to come out of the posture, knees bent, slide back until your head is on the floor. So slide towards your head, slide, keep going back. Keep going back. That's it. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Wiggle, 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 and then keep going. Wiggle, 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 and then you may be able to lift the blocks out. And then rest with your soles of your feet together, knees apart. Why don't you sit the other way so you're not on the hot side? Arms to the side, soles of the feet together, knees wide. Rest your hands by your side. If you're feeling hot, have your head into the middle of the room. How was that for you there, Ros? Yeah, because it might be useful for us to work on curvature of the neck, thoracic. Because that will mean that back bends are easier for you and they won't trigger the sciatica. So try not to let your chin tip up, lengthen the sides of your neck and adjust your shoulders just like you did when you were arching back over that block. So feel the impression in your chest. And then bring your knees together, roll over to your side, and then come up. So those of you who are familiar with chair back arch and enjoy it, you can do chair back arch with the knees bent. But for most of you, you're going to go now for legs up the wall. But I just want to show you the connection between what we've just done and working with the chair. But I'm not teaching this per se today. This is only for those of you who already practice this. So we curve over the edge. So just like we did on those blocks. So the chair is digging in to that part of the body and then my head can release. If I'm too high up, that's not so great. So I need to go off enough, like I was saying to some of you, to go off enough so that the head can release. And then the chest can open. So the buttocks are lifting and the chest is curving. So that's the one option. And then the other option is sitting or standing Gomukhasana arms. Holding the back. Okay? So grab your belt, or grab a chair. Place your belt over your left shoulder. Take your right hand up. Take your left arm to the ceiling. Turn the arm and catch. Stretch the elbows to the ceiling. Move your upper back in. Best to do it in a position where your back is lifting. So that would be in any seated or standing position where you're able to sit up correctly and upright. Don't do it with the back dropping because it doesn't help the opening of the chest. So I would sit higher or kneel or stand because the hips are making the sitting difficult. So make it easy for your upper body by choosing a position where your body happily is upright. That's it. So take the elbows over the edge and really curve off it, but don't slide off. Keep it in the upper back. Come back on the chair again because you're going into the bit that moves a lot. And stay higher up like we were doing. Curve off. So keep the lower back long, buttocks up, and then get the curve in here. And slide off a little bit. Curve. So that's going to access that part of the body. Expand the head to the ceiling, waist back. So that's not chin up, it was crown of the head up. Chin level. Good, and then change sides. Buttocks into the body. Sides parallel. Come on. You slide onto the chair a bit and then lift your chest to bring you up. Chest. Chest. That's it. So what is it about your neck doesn't have the strength to lift? What are you feeling? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to start doing leg strengthening then, I think. That would be a good idea. And if you haven't changed your arms, change your arms. Easy to come up. And then Paschimma Namaskar, palms of the hands together, shoulders back. So come onto the chair, lead with your chest to come up. Chest, chest. Perfect, yeah. And then just be upright. So Paschimma Namaskar now. So again, be in your comfortable seated position or standing and see how you're getting that neck and now upper thoracic area moving in. Shoulders back. So you can do a little chair twist there, Ross. So armpits up, shoulders back. Armpits up, shoulders back. Armpits up. That's it. 'Cause if the armpits are down, it's heavy with the shoulders. So you go armpits up. Yes, exactly. Then the shoulders go back more easily. Then you can press the hands together. And then keeping that feeling of that seventh cervical moving into the body. Gently release. So you two can do that Paschimma Namaskar as well. Release the arms. Good. So now let's go for legs up the wall. So that's Viparita Karani. So there's quite a lot of bolsters. So you could use a bolster, bring it to the wall, buttocks on the bolster, legs up the wall. And if there's run out of bolsters, then you're going to be having 4 blocks under the buttocks, legs to the wall. For those who are not familiar with the pose, I will show it to you. Those who want to do shoulder stand can go for classical shoulder stand. So you have your bolster, a small gap from the wall. And then to get into it, you've got to get your bum in the gap, your waist on the bolster, and then you roll into the center. So the bolster is under my waist. My bum is down in the gap. And you might be able to wiggle in a bit closer, and then you rest your arms by your side. So you're getting that opening in the chest, but now we have a different neck position where the back of the head is on the floor and the chest is coming up towards the face and the neck is in a deep gully. Yeah, the neck is in a deep gully. So, it's best to use the walls or radiators, not the mirrored arrows. Sorry about that. Just shift your buttocks there, listy to the right, because you're not in the centre. So, roll the shoulder bones down. Lift the armpits up. Yeah, please, if you want to go higher, why don't you try doing it with the chair? Because it's going to be a really nice pose. Why don't you just try it with the chair? That's it, move and stretch your legs up. If you're at a radiator and it's too hot, then put a blanket over the radiator or put your socks on.
Oh, did you want
Sorry, that's why. That's why I put it there.
Very automatic.
So, no, I was just thinking about try and get the bolster in the centre. So you just lift your bum and adjust it, and then spread your arms out to the side, rest the palms of the hands to the ceiling. And then can you get that curving, not just of the shoulders, but of the armpits? So that the armpits come this way and then the shoulders tuck under, and then you get that spread all the way out to the hands. Lovely. So remember, the arms and the shoulders completely affect the chest and the neck. Roll the palms towards the ceiling. So work the shoulders, bolster under the waist. Pull it under the waist, that's it. So legs to the ceiling. So you probably need a little height under the buttocks, don't you? So take your feet to the chair. Now lift your buttocks up. And sit on that. Because the bolster's so high. And just come to vertebrae. Is your head on the floor?
Yes.
And then once you feel steady, you can then let go of the chair.
Feel gosh, it's like central balance isn't quite where it, if I get on a bit.
Yes, I know what you mean, because so stay hold of the chair. Spread the soles of your feet to the ceiling. Those in shoulder stand, when you're ready and you've done the variations that you want to do, you can carefully come down. feet are on the wall. So you're lying down with your buttocks on the floor and your feet on the wall. And then stretch your arms to the ceiling and reach your arms back behind you. And then breathe out. Let your body rest to the floor. And then bring your arms down by your side. And then bring your right knee into your chest. And spread that right side of your back. Change legs. And then release. Bring both knees into your chest. And then roll over to your side to come up, and then sit on your bolster, your foam pads in Upavishta Konasana. If you don't want to be seen, you can go sideways. You can play sideways if you want. So stretch your legs. So I'm sitting up really high, much higher than I need to, but it's nice because the back lifts up. And then press your hands down into the bolster and try and get that lift to sit really high up. So, yeah. Actually, let me give you this. Let me give you this. Sit on the lion's throne, this is. Sit on the lion's throne. Press your hands down. Actually, that's quite good. You've got quite a good height now, but try this. And stretch your legs wide. Stretch those heels away, toes to the ceiling. That's it. Then push your hands into the sides of the bolster or the lion's throne. And lift your trunk. That's it. And get those shoulder bones to go back so the neck, upper neck area moves in. Yes, you can see on the person in front of you. This area is moving in. But we still want to keep some spread, especially for you. Yeah? So yes, you're lifting the armpits, but you've got the spread. And then bend up your left leg. So you're in one leg bent, one leg straight. And then turn towards your bent leg. If you've got blocks, you might need to just stick your hand on blocks behind you. So notice how that other leg starts to slide towards you. Don't worry if it does, but keep stretching into the heel, Trina. And turn. And center. Switch your legs over. Turn towards the bent leg. It's the easy side. Put your hand on the block behind you. Keep your body upright. Maybe put your hand on the blocks. Yeah, and lift up. And center. Now, for those of you who are comfortable with cross legs and stretching forward, then that's what you're going to do. But if that's just too much for the knees or the hips, you're going to go for kneeling and stretching forward like we did at the beginning. So going forward, hinging at the top of the leg, broadening the front groins, releasing the inner groins and stretching forward. Try and have something there so you can rest your head, so you have that sense of ease. Chose the cross-leg position, change the cross of the leg. That's looking nice there, Pat. Just getting forward movement, aren't you? Get that movement in the hips that enables you to go forward. Rest the head to relax the neck, relax the shoulders, but keep the arms active so that the chest is vibrant. Remembering the seat of the soul or the self is right here in the heart space. And the lungs are in the armpits, so it's a really precious area to have space, to have awareness. Connects us with the highest, most authentic part of ourselves. It's okay to tip. No, it's fine. It's not to tip. It's looking good, but you just need more breathing space. There. That's it. And then carefully come up and get ready for Shavasana, relaxation pose. So put on your socks, your long sleeve tops, perhaps put a bolster under your knees if you need that extra comfort when you lie down. Have a blanket under your head. Most people tend to tip the head back a bit, so put a blanket under the head. So when you lie down, get your head supported on your blanket or block, or at least adjust your neck, like you've been working on this area. Lengthen the sides of the neck. Let's get the skull to lengthen away from the shoulders. And then again, adjust the shoulders and the arms. So this whole area has a quality of awareness and space. And then slide your legs straight. So you've experienced how the positioning of the arms and shoulders affects the neck and how you feel. So have that awareness in how you've positioned yourself now. And with your glasses, you don't want to be in the sun, just adjust your mat. So roll the arms out so that the chest gets some space. And then just be there. Nothing to do at all. You've done it now. You're in the posture. Just simply arrive and land. breathing. Feeling your body as a whole. Rest your hands on your tummy. And just feel your natural breathing. Staying connected to yourself, to this rhythm. Bend your knees and roll to rest on your right side. And bring yourself to sitting. Again, reinstating your seated posture, informed by what we've done. So feel the sides of the body lifting, the shoulder bones going back, and the seventh cervical coming forward into the body. So your face can retreat back. So we can face our lives and the world whole-bodied and not just face forward. And fold your palms and bow your head to your heart, keeping the armpits lifting. let the neck deepen and broaden. And soften. And then rest your hands and raise your head. Namaste. Thank you all. So you got what I meant, this deep and broad there. It's really soft. And you keep this lifting, you bring your head down. It's really soft and broad.